Three, two, one, and we're back in the room. Hello, my little patrons. Thank you for your continued support, you wonderful people. I really appreciate you. There's the hand of the voice from beyond. It's going to stream up on the old computer. First midweek stream. Well, Friday, sort of. Not the weekend, is it? Coming out on a Monday. We're coming out on a Monday just to see how it goes. See if there's a call for it. There's no one in the room yet. So this could be a complete waste of time.
I'm in the room.
Yeah.
You've got me watching.
Oh, there's two people watching. I'll thumb up my own stream. Yeet's in the house. Hello, Yeet. How are you doing? You've got my undivided attention at the minute, I think. How's it going? Who are you? Where are you in the world? Oblivion One's in the house. I'm good, thank you. Just trying out a midweek stream to see if there's a demand. Williams Strachan's in the house as well. What's up? Yeet's doing great. Laura Lulu Watts. Hello. How are we all? Where are we in the world? What sort of a day are you having? And other exciting questions. Are you in Germany? That's good. That's probably a terrible impression there. Sorry about that. Voice of Reason, Elliot's in the house.
So you didn't ask me anything today then, like you did the
I
other
didn't
day?
ask me anything. That was terrible.
Was it?
Oblivion is in Ireland. Oh, the Happy Sporty Vig is in the house. Hello, my friend. How are you? Yeah, I had a good weekend. Each day's the same to me, really. I'm just kind of doing the social media stuff, but I love what I do. How was your weekend, Gemma?
Oh, really delightful, thanks for asking.
Yes, it was delightful. Yeah. How's the vegan scene where you are, Yeet? Are you anywhere near Berlin? I understand it's very good there. Martha is in Texas. Wow. Athletic vegan. How do you feel about dogs being kept on leads? Do you know, a while after I went vegan, I mean, and Gemma's a dog walker. She doesn't do much of it now, but she still does a little bit. And yeah, it was like I saw dogs on a lead for the first time. I just saw like they're being sort of led around by their necks, and that doesn't seem right. And it actually struck me really weird. I mean, I suppose it's happened now, isn't it? We have like domesticated them, whether they like it or not. And I mean, they seem happy, and we need to exercise them. So I can see that it's a sort of means to an end, but it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of gone quite off the idea of pets. I certainly wouldn't. I mean, I love cats, and we have a couple of cats still, but I wouldn't get cats again because they're carnivores. So it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Yeah. How do you guys feel about dogs on leads? It is a funny one if you think about it. I think we're so used to it that oftentimes we don't even give it any thought. Laura Lulu is in Basildon, not too far then. Roku. Good morning from Bitterroot Mountains. Bitterroot Mountains, is that a place? That sounds really cool. Oh, and Julian Walters is in the house, my IRL friend. We used to be bouncers together years ago. We were lovely people back then, and we're we're lovely now. Oh dear. Voice of Reasoning, Elliot's in Londinium. James Wadquad. Please, can you flame Bobby's perspective? I'm not liking his anti-vegan Terminator attitude. Do you know, I'd like to do some responses to him, but he just grates on me so much. I can't bear to look at him or listen to him. Laura can eat soya now. Very good. It's a good vegan staple. James Longman is making his post-workout Vivo Life shake. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, I mean, you probably know a brand ambassador with them. They're very, very good products and lovely people. James, name's Chuck. Has plastic phobia contacted you at all? I've seen them about, haven't I? Like posts somewhere, like sponsored ads or something. I'll contact them to get some of their products and tell them that you exposed them to me. Oh yeah, we've got those products, haven't we? Oh, I forgot we got the knives and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've not heard from them. William's moving to Exmouth from Devon. I love Devon. I've actually been there as a lad. We've been missing videos with this new job. Been a bit since I caught a live. Well, good to have you on board, my friend. You're always commenting on the videos, and that's good to see you. Alexandra, I went for 3 days and got dizzy. I went for 3 days and got dizzy. I think I need a bit more to go
You must
on.
have been talking about something. That's that I'm thinking.
I went for 3 days and got dizzy.
I can't imagine what that might be.
Oh, Bitterroot Mountains is in western Montana. Nice. Nice and cold today. Hope you're staying warm. Yeah, it's not too bad in the UK at the minute. A bit rainy. Lab meat for cats and dogs needs to not get run over by cars. Yeah.
Oh, they went vegan for 3 days and got dizzy. I think that's what they mean.
Oh, you should have ate more. What a silly thing to do.
People go vegan and eat like one banana for breakfast, and then they
Yeah.
think that they'll be okay till lunchtime, don't they? You know.
I ate animal products for 40 years. I ate animal products for 38 years, and my blood pressure was through the roof. And since going vegan, I've reversed that. Cured my hay fever, no more tendinitis. My eyesight's twice as good. And in my clients, we've reversed type 2 diabetes, liver disease, osteoarthritis, depression, ulcerative colitis. You know, I ate vegan. You know, dust isn't vegan because it's made out of skin. You could just eat salad leaves and that would be vegan. Or you could just eat Oreo cookies and that would be vegan. Wouldn't be a very good health outcome though. You know, do your due diligence. Find out, what is a healthful diet? Oh, whole foods as they come from nature. You've got your legumes, your whole grains, your fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Oh, and I need to eat enough calories. So I'll just check, make sure I'm getting enough calories in. Boom, you can reverse all sorts of disease. 14 of the 15 leading killers are preventable, treatable. 5 of them are reversible, including killer number 1, heart disease, with a whole foods plant-based diet or whole foods vegan diet, however you want to say it. You know, you can eat a vegan diet and have terrible health. You can eat a vegan diet and have the best health. You can't eat an omnivorous diet and have good health. However, you might feel like you're all right, but you can't see the artery building up the atherosclerosis building up in your blood vessels. You can't see that. It starts in the womb. It starts as a fetus. If your mum's LDL is above something like 70 milligrams per deciliter, her serum bad cholesterol, you've got the starts of heart disease before you're born. So don't come at me with, dizzy for 3 days.
Oh, well, they've just said I appreciate it, mate.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think they were trolling. I think they were genuinely.
Oh, sorry. I'll take that all back.
Genuinely saying it.
It's just you get so many trolls and then you get on zero tolerance. Right. Good. Hench Herbivore's back. I'm back in the room. Love and peace, everybody. It's easy to get like that, isn't it? And this, and there I could have been doing a bad thing. It's hard, you know, it's hard because we get in our tribes, and I'm guilty of it as well. We get on our tribes and, you know, they're the enemy, you know, and you just get enough like negative energy and then eventually you're taking it out on like people who are not being that way, you know.
It's hard when we're thinking about the animals suffering at the same time.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. Holes Duchesney. Hi, are you family freedom friend? Yeah, they're good friends of us, Bob, Katie and Jojo. We've known them for about 4 years. Met them at the first time we went to London Veg Fest. Real lovely guys. They were watching my YouTube channel. Did a video on spirituality. I don't really talk about that too much nowadays because I kind of double down on my USP, which I think is kind of like vegan, like sports performance and muscle building and health. You know, focus on your play to your strengths, you know. And if I talk too much about spiritual stuff, I'll probably lose half my audience But I'm a great believer in all that. Vegan Tiff, you lovely lady, $1.99 on the super chat, just sending support. I'm very appreciative of that at the minute. The old algorithm's gone a bit naff, and the videos aren't getting off the love they used to. But they'll be back soon. I'm hanging in there. I'm not going to let it get me down, but I appreciate the support big time. Right, I'm going to skip forwards a bit. Do drop your comments or questions back in the chat if I miss you out. Lenny Harry, Henchy Baby, shout me out. Lenny Harry, check him out. He's awesome. Just because I've been to the pub and had some vegan beers, Brian, it's vegan, don't you know, you big vegan man, you. Thank you for the love.
You got a super chat.
Oh, I've got a super chat. Laura Lulu Watt, 79 pence, Great British pence. Just no question, just out of the kindness of her heart to support what I'm doing. You know, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Dominic Endel, do you think Sverge is really crazy or he does it only for popularity, money? I think he possibly is a little bit unhinged, most likely. I think a lot of it must be put on. You'd hope so anyway, because no one could be quite that bonkers. But I don't know. Don't like to speak ill of others, despite the fact that I do videos all about it. Yeah, a bit of both is my is my guess. What do you guys say? Probably snot pills, as long as you don't go sheaf on us, Henchie. That would never happen. That's one thing I can really promise you. Applejar, hi Hench, met an ex-vegan recently, mentioned L-carnitine, says you can't get without animals, and it's an essential vitamin. What do you think? I know that it's not a vitamin and it's not essential. It's something like a di or a tripeptide. It's 2 or 3 amino acids which we stick together from our pools of free aminos. We make 2 million different like proteins like that. Like, why do we need to ingest individual ones? I'll tell you the trouble with putting in. So we make all the L-carnitine we need from our free aminos. But L-carnitine in excess feeds pathogenic gut bacteria. They create trimethylamine from it, which once oxidized in the liver creates trimethylamine oxide, which is the molecule from hell. It promotes diabetes. It accelerates atherosclerosis deposition into the blood vessels. So, you know, which is the number 1 killer of humans, coronary artery disease. Not only does it accelerate the deposition of that, but it also makes it harder for your body to clear cholesterol from the bloodstream. It also comes with foods that are packed with fat, trans fats, and cholesterol, which are, you know, the substrates which we make the atherosclerosis from. So it's like the worst thing you can put into your body. So terrible. Weave Magic, today is Thanksgiving here. Are you in Canada? Are you in Canada? I've got a feeling there's Thanksgiving there. I might be wrong. Leon Kuchtra is in the house. Good to have you on board as always. Body's not pills. I think he does it just to be the extreme opposite of veganism for ratings. Yep. Plant Power, you should fight Bobby's perspective. I would do, but it wouldn't be vegan. It wouldn't be vegan. I hope never to have to fight anyone ever again, you know. You know, if it's self-protection and if it's you or them, well, then it's going to be them, I'm afraid. But I hope that never has to happen anymore. I would like to just put out positive energy, you know. I do these critique videos of the carnivores and the ex-vegans, and it does help the channel, and it means that I can be full-time making videos and Instagram content and whatever, and not have to put time into something else. So I'm helping promote veganism quicker. So from a place of love, like, that's what I'm doing, but it's like negative energy. Like, I'd rather not put negative energy out there. So it's a funny one. It's negative energy, but it's coming from a place of love instead of hate. But it's still negative energy. What do you guys say? The vegan Tiff. He will never go sheaf because he doesn't like the taste of wheat. I wouldn't know if I like the taste of it or not. But I hope I never find out. Put your slippers back on. You've got some cheesy feet.
You shut up.
Laura Lulu, Shrez looks and sounds like a zombie. and you look full of health and full of energy. Well, thank you. I love you very, very much. 2 and 3 makes 5. Can you explain oxidative priority, separating fats, carbs for helping weight loss, please? Never even heard of it, so no, I can't, I'm afraid.
About that at the camp out.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Is it the idea that you burn like carbs faster than fats or something?
Yeah, you say like you'd store the fat, so like eat that separate.
I think in a caloric surplus, like, you know, you would store the fat over the carbs. If you're in the right amount of calories, like, you shouldn't be storing fat. And, you know, some people say that we do need to have a minimum of fats in order to assimilate the fat-soluble vitamins, you know, like the carotenoids and vitamins E and K and D. So, and how do you separate fats and carbs when your foods contain a mixture of both? You know, it's not like you're having oil or lard or butter and then you're having, you know, like soy isolate, you know, when you're eating the whole foods. Yeah, I'm not really too clued up on that one. And I think really as long as you're not overeating calories, shouldn't matter. I think we should be lower fat probably. But we do need a minimum of healthy fats as well. So I don't think we should be fat phobic as such. Joseph, Michael, do you like kale chips? I love them. Can we have kale chips tonight?
If I can be bothered to make them, we'll have them.
I'll tell you what, I'll make the kale chips while you make the other things. Have we got a deal? Let's shake on it. You have to come into the shop. I do love me some kale chips. What a genius invention. It's like chips, or what we call crisps over here. Crunchy, delicious. You can put, like, you can salt them, or you can use things like nut butters and nutritional yeasts. You can add spices, you know, you can add like garlic powder, onion powder. You can make quite sort of cheap, like cheese and onion crisps almost. They are really delicious, but really, really healthful. Hi, Erin. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it is Canada. Oh, I knew something for once. Tanner Dean's in the house this morning, wherever they are. Wow. Raven Prime Hunt. What vegan shampoo do you use? Are you taking the piece, hon? What vegan shampoo do you use? She's got hair still.
Green Organics or something they call it, I think.
Green Organics. She don't know.
I can't remember.
She doesn't know. Isaac, I respect you as a martial artist, sir. Your philosophy on fighting should be spread more. Thank you very much. And yeah, it should. The Shaolin monks, don't they, when they salute, they're kind of telling you that they're willing to fight, but that they have peaceful intentions. So as long as you're cool, you know, you won't smash their heads in. Shaku Joshin's in the house. Namo Amida Boo. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like a nice thing, so I'll join in the spirit of it. Hopefully that was a kind thing. Baphometricon's in the house. What's up? Thanks for joining again. What's your favourite fruit? Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? That is a really good question. Like a really ripe honey mango, you know, the yellow mangoes from Bangladesh. They're amazing, so sugary. If you get a really ripe, like a watermelon, like really sugary and sweet watermelon. Lychees are up there. I'm thinking it's probably mango. Lychees are up there as well. They're nice, sort of a slightly perfumed, nice texture.
You're a fan of dried mulberries?
Dried mulberries, yeah, they're up there. I wouldn't put them at the top.
Good medjool dates?
Good medjools, pretty damn good. What about you? What's your favourite fruit?
What you just said.
My favourite fruit is my client, Jeremy Richardson, if he's in the chat. He'll like that. He's a lovely guy. We're having some good old chats today, Gemma.
Yep.
It's lucky I got home in time.
Yeah.
Kept chatting away. Shane Wheaton, mate, what's your opinion on joining the US military while vegan? I don't know how easy it is to be vegan in different forces, like in different countries. I understand that in the UK there's like vegan ration packs now. Yeah, but it's that thing, isn't it? Like humans are animals, so It's a funny one, isn't it? It's a funny one. In one way, it's sort of a necessary evil, but in another way, you know, you're typically fighting people who you have more in common with than the people who are sending you to fight. And I don't want to upset anyone and get into politics, and I don't know a whole lot about it. And I like to try to be peaceful now. You know, I used to be a doorman, used to be in that sort of negative, sort of violent world. It's hard, isn't it? It's really hard. I don't really know what to say or think about the whole thing, really. It's sort of a necessary evil because, you know, at the minute it's looking like there will always be wars. There will always be people wanting more resources and being, you know, greedy and coming from a place of fear. That's a real tough question. I don't really know what to think about it. Any perspective?
Oh, I definitely don't want to comment on that question.
It's easy to upset people, isn't it? It's really easy to upset people.
I don't like any of it. I want everyone to get along.
Yeah, I'd rather everyone got along is what I will really say. It's hard, isn't it? I listened to a podcast recently. It was very interesting. I heard the guy on Joe Rogan, and then I was forced to listen to the guy also from Joe Rogan's recommendation on the... what is his name? I've forgotten his name now. Jocko. I forgot his surname, but really harrowing what he went through. And the guy's really brave. He won the Medal of Honor, and you know, rescuing his friends and thinking that he was not going to come back from like trying to rescue him, like thinking that he was dead. And so you know, that's to be commended, isn't it? He was standing up for his friends, but he's talking about this one incident. At one point, it's just like hand-to-hand combat with this Afghan like soldier, and it's all gone really nasty. He basically said that he managed to, it was like on his back, he was you know, on the back foot basically, the guy got the drop on him and was pointing his AK at him, but his left hand was on his like M4, on his like grenade launcher, like which is underneath the, you know, the rifle. And as he sort of pretended to be surrendering, but then he shot the guy with his grenade launcher in the chest. Didn't explode, but it knocked him down. And then they're just having just doing like hand-to-hand combat, and he's picking up a rock in his hand, he's smashing the guy's like face in, you know, and he's enraged because he's fighting for his life, which, you know, I've been there before. And but then he said there was this one point where they both knew that he was about to die, like this guy he's fighting, and they just sort of locked eyes. And the guy said, like, if I was born in his country, I would have his beliefs. If he was born in my country, he would have my beliefs. And I recognise that he's a father, he's a son, you know, and in that moment it was very human. And I don't hate him. And so it's all messed up, isn't it? It's I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. We need to all find a spiritual path, or we're just going to kill each other anyway with like nuclear missiles or whatever. So something needs to change. But in the meantime, we need to be protected. So who knows? I don't know what to say about it. What do you guys say? I'm waffling on. Let's change the subject. Jake Vage kindly donated $3.99 on the super chat. Shut up. How much protein for muscle building? 90 kilos, 17% body fat. So the only science really, the science that people are really going by is people are fairly across the board agreeing 1.62 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Not lean body weight, but total body weight. But of course, you know, fat is inert tissue, so that you don't need to eat protein for your fat. So my perspective is the science was done on trained athletes. Trained athletes are going to have lower levels of body fat. So perhaps, you know, people with higher percentage of body fat don't need as much, is my real guess. So yeah, that's what I'd say. So I've not got a calculator handy, but yeah, 1.62 times 90. But then if you're slightly higher body fat, you can probably take like 10 or 20 grams off. But and the thing is, higher protein probably isn't helpful, even if it's plant protein. The science is not definitive. And certainly the longest lived people, like the longest lived people on record, the Okinawans of the 1940s, their diet was about 8% protein. So there's a trade-off between health and optimal like muscle growth or sports performance. So it's how risk averse you are as well. But that's typically what I do. I go for about 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of leanish body weight is kind of how I go about it.
As Tiff just pointed out, somebody has paid to insult you. So I don't know if you want me to ban them or just leave them or.
No, that's fine. Cheers, you a-hole. Yeah, Cecilia's saying about the army, and again, like, I don't want to upset anyone. I don't know enough about it to really comment, but I have a suspicion that, most war is to make fat, old white people rich. It's my suspicion in the West. I can't prove it, and I don't want to upset anyone here. I won't go on. Isaac Luna kindly donated $5 on the super chat. Not even a question. He's just a lovely person trying to support the vegan message. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Lovely people in here today. That's lovely. It's jumped. Plant power brings up a good point. We won't die from nuclear weapons. Climate change will get us. That's probably more likely. The vegan tiff, let them keep paying to send insults. Thanks for the support, hater. Yeah, and whoever they sent that, like, I love you, man. I love you. Like, I know, like, you've got some animosity because I choose to be vegan, but I'm not choosing to be vegan to say, look, I'm better than you. I'm choosing to be vegan because I recognise if I was in the animal's position, I'd want someone standing up for me. I've learned that we don't need to harm animals. In fact, it's worse for our health to do it. And I've learned that the earth is screwed if we don't soon change. Like, it may be too late now, I don't care. I've not got a family I'm bringing up. So when I die, don't really matters to me one way or the other what happens. But if you've got kids and you're eating meat, that's not very forward thinking. Isaac Luna, I support you, man, as a fighter and as someone who tries to help others. No thanks needed. Oh, you beautiful, man. That's that rocks. I really do look up to people who can look after themselves, but you wouldn't know it. They're so like quiet and calm and kind. When you can look after yourself, you don't have to give it Billy big balls because you already know you can. And the guy like puffing his chest out and bowling around and giving it all that's insecurity. That's all that is. Like, he's a bit worried about he can't protect himself, so he's trying to repair like a like dangerous kind of thing. That's been my experience of people anyway. Nourishing Alex brings up a good point. Be kind to all kinds. Yeah, man. Cyan, please debunk Sverige again. Yeah, I'll see what he's been up to lately. I'm getting more love from going after Frank Tofano lately, so I've been sort of doubling down on him. I think it's a bit like Sverige's had his day, and his videos aren't getting so many views from what I can see.
A lot of people are saying they want you to do a video back about that Bobby's perspective one.
Yeah, I don't know, I might do. Yeah.
Do you want me to watch it and see if it's got any good enough points for you to bother with?
Oh yeah, maybe. Denkona, you lovely person, $2 US. Oh, that's gone. Paying off my tab from last time. Oh, thanks, bro. You're really kind. I really appreciate you. Isaac brings up a good point. A true warrior can embrace many soft sides, not just the tough persona. Yeah. There's a time and place for that when, your life's in danger or your friends and family, but It should be a last resort, you know. If not, like, what's going to happen to the human race, you know? That was one thing that I got from that podcast. You know, that guy who won that Medal of Honor. And the interviewer said, "Oh, do you think like we'll ever change?" You know, because he's saying like he recognised that guy was a father and a son, and we're the same. And do you think it can ever stop? And he just went, "No." It's not looking like it at the minute, is it? But you know, I've sort of got it. I used to be very violent, and I was one of the worst. And if I can get it, I do have hope. I do have hope. But the trouble is that the people in charge, you know, they obviously are, you know, you do have to be psychotic to order like nuclear strikes on like, or drop bombs on a village where there's like, you know, just all civilians like women, children, and you're going to bomb it. Like, I couldn't give that order, could you? Nathan Rofail, how often do you work out? On a bulk, I train 5 times a week. I'm on a crazy bro split that a lot of people won't agree with, but it works really well for me. On a cut, I'll typically alternate resistance training with weight training 6 days a week. On a bulk, I'll have 2 days off. I don't really do much cardio on a bulk other than cycling as my sort of transportation.
You got 2 super chats.
Oh,
That one, yeah.
Mystic Trouble 3, $2 Australian. Love you, Paul. Keep on being you, brother. What a lovely thing to say, and thank you for the support, you beautiful human being. There's your tiff again, you lovely girl. $4.99 on the super chat. My channel is stored due to my social anxiety. What are your suggestions for overcoming that so I can go back to creating? I used to suffer with that terribly. Nutrition is kind of the base of it because, you know, we need our hormones to be in good order. And so, you know, it's your monoamines. So we need to eat lots of fibre, basically, to feed the good bacteria so they create those from that. You know, it's things like managing your stress as much as you can. Like meditation is great. It really worked wonders for me. This is really great. CBD oil. I don't know if you've tried it. For me, like I was public speaking, historically I had a phobia of that. I don't know how I ever got through it, to be honest. Well, it was because I felt like I had to speak up for the animals, having eaten like more of them than most people. So, you know, so it was sort of, I got braver just by desensitization, by just keep doing it. But when I started to take CBD oil, I noticed a quantum leap in my confidence. So I don't know if you've tried CBD or not. I am an ambassador for Honest Hemp, so you can get 30% off your first order and 50% off further orders. So it's probably about the cheapest way you'll get it, really. They're really good for discounts. Yeah, you might try that if you haven't already. I can't speak highly enough of CBD. You know, I get through a lot of it. If I actually had to pay for it, what did we get through? Like £630 a month worth between us. I mean, we're both. Well, I'm on the maximum dose, and Gem's on about 2/3 of the maximum. Most people notice benefits fairly early on. It's just that I've been on it for a long time, and because I get it for free, obviously I'm going to rinse it, and I love it. While I was doing my diet and my brain function wasn't great and I was forgetting myself, I sort of got a bit more self-conscious, and I was meant to do a radio interview and I swerved it and I said, look, my brain's not good, like I don't feel comfortable. So I backed out. Having finished my cut, I'm back on my bulk again. I went and done it the other day and I thought about, I'm now going to be on the radio. And I woke up and that thought came to me and I got a little bit of adrenaline, but my brain labelled it as excitement rather than fear. And I just had a whale of a time. And a lot of it is down to the old CBD. It's really, really good. Yeah. So, I hope there was something there to help you. It's a hard thing, isn't it? It's really annoying because it really makes it hard for us to be our best selves and to really make a difference in the world. And humans have a need for, being of service, and particularly when we've seen what the animals are going through. I know that you're a real hard working advocate. So, yeah. Yeah, give that a whirl. Tell me how you get on. I'd be interested to hear. But I can't speak highly enough of this stuff. A lot of athletes rave on it for its workout recovery, like benefits. And a lot of people that suffer pain throughout their bodies, oftentimes it can mitigate that as well. One of my former clients was a cancer survivor, and she said while she was going through treatment, it really stopped her having terrible pains that she was going through. So I've not noticed any further benefit, I think, because my nutrition maybe is so on point. But what I notice is the anxiolytic, the benefit to background anxiety and rest as well. Because I'm trying to, probably like you, I'm working really hard to try and spread the vegan message. So my brain's going like mad. I'm constantly, trying to put content out there. This just helps me in the evening, it just sort of calms me down, makes me relax, and I have a really lovely night's sleep as well. So really good stuff. There's actually like 100 odd different cannabinoids in here, so it's not just the cannabidiol. They take out the THC, obviously, but I think pretty much everything else is left in, and there's benefits to a lot of these compounds. We have receptors. That's great stuff. Really, it's sad that some countries is still illegal. It's a real shame and really silly. Anyway, I hope that helped. Yeah, and do check out the vegan Tiff on the YouTubes. She's a lovely, lovely lass. Oh, Isaac, you lovely man. $5 on the super chat. He's off to train. Nice, getting his workout in. Mind all these beautiful people to eat a good meal and to stay hydrated. Good day, brother. Good day to you, my friend. Thanks for joining, and come back soon. You're very, very welcome. What a lovely person. I really admire that when someone is like, a fighter, but, they choose to give out love instead. That's beautiful. But it's a handy skill to have. And the other thing, if you can take care of yourself, you're more confident, so people are less likely to pick on you anyway. So it's the art of fighting without fighting. Oh, Ray Sleeve is in the house. Oh, did I miss one? I was then speaking to Isaac.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying enough attention.
You can't get the staff, I'll tell you. You can't get the staff. Matt, would you ever go on Joe Rogan? Sorry if you get asked this a lot. I do get asked that a lot. I don't know. No, I don't think I would. I really like Joe in a lot of ways. In most ways, I really like him. But he's so, he's so... Why haven't I got any power in my power bank?
Oh, dear.
I've got a feeling that my phone might die. Oh, no, it's on.
Yep.
Is that charging? I think the lead wasn't in... Yeah, I can't imagine it going well. He's got his incredible bias, which is annoying because normally he's so open to other things. Yeah, and as much as I'd like to meet him, I just feel like I'd get left with a nasty aftertaste. So, yeah, probably not really.
Did you read that super chat from Isaac Vena? I didn't hear you read it out.
Yeah.
You did?
I spent ages.
Where was I when that happened?
God knows.
Sorry about that.
We are PHUCT, brings up a good point. Oh, God damn!
You said that a lot in your recent video.
Oh, don't forget, I've got a new video coming out in 22 minutes. It's a real good one. Brogan, yeah. Oh, Lenny Harry, we're getting to the nub. I'll yub your nub. Name that show of it all now. He's ruined it. Climate change. Hopefully the Talking Vegans will now get behind the Direct Action Vegans. Time to support vegan POWs and prisoners of consciousness. Good words. There's a lot going on now, isn't there, with animal extinction and extinction rebellion. Animal rebellion. It's all happening. It's good. The vegan Tiff, poor Gemma, the comments move fast. Cut her some slack. Nah, no way. She's got to earn her no money. Plant Power, Paul, do you watch Simnet Nutrition? Why, yes, I do. I'm reasonably sort of friendly with Derek, and I'll be hanging out with him at London Veg Fest at the end of the month. Who's coming? We'll be doing discussion panels and all that.
Is Crystal coming, do you know?
I don't know if Crystal's coming or not.
I like Crystal.
Yeah, she's nice. Wags and weights. How do you deal with non-vegan in-laws that criticise you all the time? Oh, just nothing. I don't really get many people criticising me because normally I'm twice their size. But yeah, it's not easy with friends and family, is it? It's not easy. I like to just put people straight. Sometimes you fall out. I try to do it in a non-violent way. I think that's the thing. If you can speak to people non-violently, you know. I had it recently with a guy from the gym, and he put up a post saying, and he's not a bad guy, like you'll think he's a bad guy, but he just likes to have a laugh. Sometimes I think maybe he just doesn't really think things through. And he put up a meme saying, I eat twice as much meat, so when a vegan thinks they're doing good, I'm sort of redressing the balance or whatever. And I just, what did I say to the post? You know, I said something like, while this post makes me sad because I'm reminded of what the animals are going through, and I'm sad at the apathy of otherwise very kind people, because he is a kind soul other than that. This has made me sad. And I said, but I can't criticise. I used to enjoy being unkind to others too. And so, you know, I wasn't attacking him. I feel like I was being non-violent. I was owning up, like, you know, I used to be unkind to other groups of people who were different from me, thinking it was funny. And I'm, you know, just naming it. And I think he is a nice guy. And I imagine he'd probably think twice before he does it again, I would imagine. But I just can't stay. I mean, it didn't offend me or upset me. But I think if everyone stood up every time someone was bigoted, you know, be it racism, sexism, homophobia, speciesism, whatever. Because in the past, I would just bite my lip and ignore things. But then people aren't learning, are they? You know, and you don't want to be falling out with everyone. So it's not for everyone. And again, I was talking to my client Jeremy about this, and he said, well, it's easier for you to stand up to people because generally you're twice their size. And, you know, it's not so easy for other people. But, you know, pick your battles. But I think we do. I feel like a duty to speak up. You know, you don't want to get yourself in trouble. You don't want to fall out with everyone. So don't always do it. But if you're in a situation where you could sort of speak up and just, oh, you know, do we need to be like that in 2019? Like, you know, how would you feel if that was you, you know? If people did that more regularly, much sooner would human consciousness expand, and, you know, we just wouldn't be putting up with such nonsense. Just going to skip forwards a little bit. Sorry, I'm just looking for the next question. What do you guys, house vibes. Welcome, my friend. What do you guys cook when you get home from work? I'm just so lazy to cook after a full day of work. Batch cooking is good, you know, on the weekend. If you can batch cook a load of meals, that makes it easier.
Brown rice vermicelli.
Brown rice vermicelli.
3 minutes.
It cooks in 3 minutes. You don't even have to, you bring the water to the boil and just sit it in there. Few beans, can of tomatoes, bit of herbs and spices.
Dolmio's oil-free sauce.
Yeah, that's all right. Like microwave, you know, you can get like prepared vegetables, can't you? You know, it don't have to take long. Just heat them up. Powered harp. Powered harp. That's an interesting name. Are you a musician, or is that just some kind of other name? I'm down in Norwich between 27th and 31st of December. Any chance of a meet up for a workout and some nutrition advice? Happy to pay the going rate. To be honest, I have kind of pretty much given up PT. I'm sort of doing nutrition plans online. However, like I was saying earlier, like the algorithms changed. Things aren't going as well as they were on the social media. So I'd be open potentially, if I'm not so busy, I would consider it. I would invite you to get in touch with me nearer the time. Shoot me an email to henchherbivore@yahoo.co.uk. And, ideally, if I can make my living just from social media, I can reach more people. So that's where my heart is. However, I do enjoy training people and, helping people with their nutrition and seeing them get the physique of their dreams or reversing diseases. And, so I do love doing that as well. So, get in touch nearer the time. There's a good chance that perhaps I will. And I do like to meet everyone as well that I interact with on the internet. It's nice to put a face to a name, Well, this has jumped like crazy. Mike Litteros. Where is Vedrest? So it's Vedrest, London. It's what is the venue? Olympia is in Kensington, London. It's the 26th and 27th of this month, so Saturday and Sunday at the end of the month. It's an amazing event, guys. If you've not been to a Veg Fest before, I really recommend you go. Thousands of like-minded people. You may get up to 20,000 people through the doors over the weekend. There's amazing vendors, brilliant talks. I'm there. It's an experience, and it's not overly expensive, really. The vegan tip sounds like you need to do a really controversial video to spike the algorithm. Yeah, that's how it is, really. That is how it is. Powered Hop, you're very welcome, my friend. You're very welcome. Nourishing Alex. Yes, I like to keep spiders in the house, but my daughter wants them outside. I'm not a fan of spiders. We've got a little spider catcher thing, which doesn't hurt them. However, I understand that house spiders can't live outside. So, but Russell Brand had a brilliant idea. Just post them through your neighbour's letterbox, so they're just moving house. Holistic Vegan, £5 UK on the super chat. You're very lovely. Thank you, darling. Do you grow your own veg and or make compost? I just started. What a great thing to do. It's like printing your own money, isn't it? And I bet it really brings you a lot of joy as well. From my answer there, you can guess that I really don't. We did have some microgreens going. Silly greens, you pay like £4 a month and they send you some through the post which you water and they can grow on the window. So we have had herbs going at certain times. But no, I just feel like I can't prioritise the time because I'm trying to do the social media so much. However, I would like to. I think that would be a nice little thing. One of my clients is actually a celebrity gardener, Ellen Mary. And I've been to her allotment and she's got loads of amazing stuff growing there. That's the point. That video should come out soon. Plant-based podcast, new YouTube channel. She's great. She's always got lovely things growing and she brings me produce, so that's really nice. What sort of stuff are you growing, Holistic Vegan? I think if I grew anything, because we get through so much produce, it would be hard to make it worthwhile unless we were growing like tons. But just with a small amount of space, which we have in the back garden, I think things like herbs, they're quite pricey, aren't they? Like fresh herbs. I wouldn't mind a load of herbs on the go.
Tomatoes always seem like a good, easy thing to grow.
Yeah, berry. I understand strawberries are pretty easy. Oh, so Holistic Vegan's just got herbs on the go, yeah. Yeah, I would love to is the answer, but I don't feel like I can prioritise the time.
Everyone's talking about posting spiders now. You mustn't post spiders. It's a horrible
Everyone posts spiders, and everyone...
Not to our house. I'm sealing the letterbox up.
And everyone write Hench Herbivore rules on banknotes. If you can write subscribe to Hench Herbivore, that'll be great. Holistic Vegan's got onions, cauliflower and garlic. Nice. To put in, that'll be good. Plant power. I think someone was talking about tooth decay. And I think Plant Power is saying, what about natural sugar like fruit? So there, there's sugars in fruit. My understanding is that from fossils we can see that. Thanks, Alex. From fossils we can see that ancient man didn't have tooth decay. So it seems that processed sugar is actually at fault. Interestingly. James Parker, fruit bushes and trees are a good start and require practically no maintenance. Sounds good. Can't beat fresh strawberries and raspberries. Agreed. We did have an apple tree, didn't we? But that didn't quite take.
It needed more space. That was
Right.
Yeah.
And so some people, Lenny Harry here, talking about direct action and Animal Liberation Front. All forms of activism are relevant. I agree with that. Not to us to judge others' actions. Any direct action complements and takes it to the front lines. I can see how some people are uncomfortable with certain things, and probably some forms of activism are more effective than others. However, I've heard people say that, I had one person say that they went vegan after direct action went into the restaurant where they were eating meat. And I heard people like seeing the Animal Rights March in London in interviews, like going vegan off the back of it. So, everything does work. And I do think most things have their place. I don't think we should be violent, etc. And I don't think we should be too shouty and aggressive. But in another way, maybe we should. Like, if it was me in a queue waiting to be slaughtered, I would wonder why we aren't shouting a bit louder. So, yeah, who am I to judge? I'll take that back. I can put my hand up when I reckon I might have made a boo-boo. But yeah, just for me, if someone shouts at me, I'm just going to tell them to do one, versus if people speak to me with manners and just state their case and perhaps show evidence and, do that nicely, like maybe I will listen. So, but some people probably do need a kick up the bum bum.
This chat is 50% spiders and 50% teeth stuff.
This is the Spiders and Teeth podcast.
I didn't sign up for spiders and teeth.
Ellen Shearer, Joey Carbstrong with the baby pig was good activism. Yeah, that was good. I managed to get a photo with a slightly older piglet, and that's doing quite well.
That's lovely.
Yeah, they said the minute they get a real baby one in that they'll let me come down and do some photos.
Oh,
That little piglet was so cute, wasn't they? Right, can we stop talking about spiders and teeth, please? Spiders and teeth.
When you post this on Patreon, you should call it the Spiders and Teeth.
Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, remind me to do that. Lenny Harry brings up a good point. Spiders. The vegan tip, a multifaceted problem takes a multifaceted approach. Good point. Different people respond to different things. Yep. So various activism is useful to different communities. Yeah, bang on. Yeah, you can't argue with that. Oliver Baker, do you or did you have kids? No. Deborah Rabbit White loves spiders. What is your address, Deborah? We'll post them through your door. Oh, my cat loves spiders as a toy and a snack. Oh, poor little spider. I guess they probably don't have pain receptors, hopefully, so it's not so bad for a spider, I suppose. Matt R., how do you respond to someone when you cite a study and they dismiss it because anyone can find a study proving what they want? Yeah, it's not so easy, is it? I will just point out the source of the study, perhaps. And I will say that 90% of studies are funded by the industries that stand to profit from the positive findings. And, any study finding meat helpful, that's not going to be funded by the meat industry. So I just wish someone like Dr. Gregor would come out with a list of studies, meat positive, meat negative, plant foods positive, plant foods negative, and then show who funded them and just show maybe a pie chart of the truth. It would be so glaringly obvious, wouldn't it? you know, but sadly no one's done that. Dr. Gregor, if you're listening, get on it. Pigs are Alex's favourite animals. They are lovely. James Parker, do you get sick? Haven't been on in the 8 years I've been vegan. That's awesome. Yeah, I get sick occasionally, but not a fraction as much as I used to as an omnivorous eater. Sort of spider talk still. Oh, Deborah's across the pond. They wouldn't make it. Damn it. Oh, Femface is in the chat. She's a lad. Check her out on the YouTube. She's lovely. Plant power. I still say animal products cause tooth decay. From my understanding of fossil records, I don't think that that's right, but I only know what people have told me, so you take from that what you will. Mark James Swift, you did make it for once. Well done. This is the second time I've ever made it to a live one. Big love. Good to have you. We've got 4 more minutes, and then there's a new video coming out. I'd like you all to stay and watch that, or you're not my friends anymore.
How could they refuse after everything you've done to blackmail?
Casual Mark, if I see a spider, I'll just let it do its thing. If it's in my bed or something, I'll use a cup to put it somewhere else in my house.
All the spider talk, God.
Spider talk. Yeah, so that's cool. Do you know the other thing is referring to animals as it? When I was first vegan, someone really had a go at me about that, and they went about it in the wrong way and said, don't call animals it, they're not object. They were really rude and aggressive, and I thought, stuff you, I'll do what I want. Years on, having to come to it from my own findings and thinking, yeah, when we say it, we sort of invite, it's easier to like objectify animals. And so I get it, and I really try not to call animals it now. I don't always succeed in it, sometimes slip up, but I'm really trying to say him, her, or they, if I don't know the sex, or the spider. But, you know, I'm not having a pop at you. Just something for everyone to consider. How many of you guys worry about that? And how many of you guys slip up really regularly because we've been doing it our whole lives? Zach is here. Can you make a video on Bobby's perplexion? Maybe. It sort of means I have to watch his videos, and he really irks me in his ways and means. But if I thought it would benefit the channel growth, I might consider it. Mothman P, who inspires you, Hench? Who inspires me? I don't really know. I don't know that I've been particularly inspired lately. People like Fiona Oakes, you know, she's so sort of unassuming, but like just a real hard person, like running marathons with broken toes, and that's before she starts, you know, to raise awareness for animals. I think that if people are doing something to help others, you know, I find that very, very admirable. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Who inspires you?
I'm not sure. I'll have to have a think about that.
Have a think. That's a really good question. Who inspires you guys? I'll check them out. Race lever, why don't you make the study pie chart, Hench? Can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I wish someone would, though. Sounds like a lot of work. What does, I think Nutrition Facts look at like something like 200,000 studies a year, so it's a bit of a task. Sim Gamer, are you vegan? Why, yes, I am. Thanks for asking. 8 years I've been vegan. Benefited my training, which I thought would probably be a detriment, but actually benefited. My eyesight's twice as strong. I've cured my hay fever, cured my tendonitis. I actually tore my muscle off the bone. Oh, it's this arm. You can see where I had the biceps reattached. You can't see it too well in this light. But anyway, it's cured all my ills. And with my clients, we've seen all sorts of disease reversal as well. And they're all thriving in the gym. So I can't speak about it highly enough. Race Lever brings up a good point. Hench Herbivore. And boom. My video is going to be live in 15 seconds. Can you all please go to my new video and thumb it up and comment, and even if you don't want to watch the video, leave it playing in another window because that'll boost the algorithm and the video will get some views. Thanks for joining. I love you very much. Thanks for the people with spanners, what are they called? Moderators, for your help. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for your super chats. You lovely people. I might do more regular streams if you guys want it. So we'll see. If I don't do another one again in the week, I'll be on Friday regardless. I may do another stream tomorrow or so. If you guys want it enough, I'll see. I'll put a little post up and see who's up for it.
Click the bell icon so you're notified and you'll know.
Yeah, like and subscribe. And thanks for joining. If you're new, subscribe or you'll be in trouble. And watch my new video now. Go, 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 go. Goodbye.